Hey, Adam.
Yeah?
The NS Glasses people just raised $12,000 on Indiegogo.
Hot take!
I'm really confused here.
It's gonna be okay, buddy.
I don't understand what's going
neither
on.
do I, Shane.
Okay, folks. So, we talked about the NS Glasses before, and I had a number of choice things to say about it. Now, at no point did we not say this was going to be a real product, because it definitely is.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to buy this, you're going to be able to bring it home, and you're going to be able to be thoroughly disappointed by it. But... Possibly disappointed. There's a possibility. You know what? Every claim they're making could be 100% accurate. We have doubts, but it could be. That being said, Nintendo Life, a really cool YouTube channel if you've never seen them before.
And website.
Yeah, and website too, yeah. Please check them out. They actually got their hands on this thing, and based off of what they said, it wasn't very good.
Yes. So basically what the NS Glasses is a VR, a passive VR headset. It's not VR, 3D, a passive 3D headset. It uses two lenses within the headset itself. There's no software, no electronical components hooking up to your Switch. Just two lenses that kind of warp the light and color coming through those lenses to try and create a sort of quasi 3D effect. But as the folks at Nintendo Life have pointed out, this doesn't really work all that well, or at least the model that they were using wasn't proving that it could be a 3D device.
Yeah, so everything that we talked about initially, Nintendo Life proved that it just didn't do what it was supposed to do. With that being said, Nintendo Life was very, I want to say, professional about it, right? They didn't attack the company in any unprofessional way. They literally just gave you the facts.
They just called it like it is. So basically, their experience so far was that everything in the center of the screen was kind of sort of in focus, but slightly less in focus than just having a Switch, you know, playing it normally. But then when you got off towards the edges of the image of your peripheral vision, it just kind of blurred things and made it have that sort of like Vaseline-y sort of tinge to it. But not only that, but there was also some spillage, like chromatic aberration spillage. You know, sometimes when people make like fake 80s VHS videos, you see like the color seeping through.
That's because of the lenses they're using.
Yeah. Supposedly that's the sort of effect that these NS Glasses give as well. It's not given a 3D image, but
$12,000.
Yeah.
$12,000. $12,000.
They're asking for 10.
And they got $2,000 more than the 10 they needed. Folks, what happened? What made you think that was going to be real? Let's just talk about some of the things that they stated on the Indiegogo page. Now, first off, the actual video they have for the Indiegogo page.
Right. So usually when you go to a Kickstarter campaign or an Indiegogo campaign, they have a trailer for whatever it is that they're trying to get money for.
Yes.
But they
usually made by the folks that are making the product.
Like a fairly well edited together, like, hey, here's our us trying to prove the concept that this device is. But they actually just have a random, like, it's a YouTuber from Montreal who got this headset and had never really used a Switch before, and his kids had never used a Switch before, and he brought the headset home with the Switch, and it just seemed so bizarre to me that they didn't have something that was a little more effort was put into it for the campaign itself.
At one point, this YouTuber seems really nice and everything. When he actually drops the camera, like, it just seems like he wasn't putting a lot of effort into this.
I have a direct quote from the beginning of his video where he said, "I want an affiliate link. That's all I want." So this is the video for your Indiegogo campaign.
You go to the official website.
Yes.
Okay. You go to the official website. You head on down to the bottom or like just beneath that video, because that video is on their official site.
Right. You go to their website. You see an image for the NS Glasses. You see this YouTuber's video,
and then beneath that YouTuber's video, you see a video from Philip Mewson, who there's been some controversy around him recently.
We won't jump into that too much.
We're not going to. Okay. But
it's just weird.
It's just weird. He's got a video there. They're saying please subscribe to his channel on the page.
Yeah,
and it's like that video has nothing to do with their product. It's
like a Bluetooth sound thing.
Yeah, but it's not. As far as we know, that's not them. It is so weird.
There's a lot of weirdness.
If you go to the Indiegogo page, they will show you a bunch of things that they're promising. Now, if you didn't know anything about the Nintendo Switch, or even if you owned one and you're not a hardcore gamer and you looked at this page and you saw what they were promising,
Okay, well, at the very forefront, they're showing images of like a Switch screen that's blown up. They say it's like having a theater-like experience for your Switch gameplay, but saying it's like having a 600-inch screen in front of your face as you're playing these games.
A 600-inch?
Yes.
720p screen.
Yeah, exactly.
Woo! I would see pixels for days.
But you won't, Shane.
Why? Why
because
won't
of the technology integrated into the NS glasses. Supposedly, these screens help to boost the resolution or fix the resolution of the Nintendo Switch.
That is correct. According to their FAQ, they do not need FCC approval because they themselves said there is nothing in there that's electronic.
Or liquid.
So that means, as weird as that is, that means that what they have here is a plastic lens or a glass lens, two
plastic lenses
that is made of magic. There's a wizard at a factory, and the wizard went, "Whoa, high resolution graphics. Whoa, you know what? Imagine the millions Nintendo had if all they needed to do was place a plastic or glass lens just slightly above another plastic or glass lens, and then just bent a bit."
Right. So, the smoothness that supposedly happens for the screen, I guess it just blurs things.
It makes
basically.
it blurry.
These are like quasi-lenticular technology. It's a technology that takes in the light from a source, warps it a little bit, and then it makes your eyes view things a little bit differently. But I don't believe that this would create a compelling 3D image. With the way that our eyes work, the stereoscopic 3D, is that you have your right eye and your left eye, and they're at different angles. You have a slightly different image. So the technology that we've seen within the Oculus Rift and the Vive headset is that you have two separate lenses, and then the screen inside is two separate images.
Which they had the audacity to compare themselves against in the FAQ by saying, hey, look, theirs are really heavy, ours isn't.
Right.
Because you've got nothing in it.
So where theirs differs is that you do not have the split images. You just have, if you open up one of these things, the NS glasses, it's just one, well, it's two lenses, but they're like one piece each.
And if there's no electronic component in this, bar this, okay?
Yes.
If they were to put some kind of near-field communication chip, giving them the benefit of the doubt that would signal to the Switch that it is being used in the headset, therefore triggering a linear mode so that you could basically get two screens being split down the center of the exact same image that you're looking at, even though that would have been a drop down in resolution, it would have looked really bad, that still would have been something that would have been a provable concept that they could have done.
Yes.
As far as we're aware, and we could be wrong, as far as we're aware, that's not what's happening there. No. You're getting one big image that is being stretched out and blurred, and that. That's it. That's what they did.
So not only is this big blurry image a part of an issue, as far as I'm concerned, when you look at their Indiegogo campaign, but some of the other images they show seem a bit like it seemed a little bit like false advertising. In a
I would agree.
I can't like officially say that until I get my hands on this thing. But
it's true.
They're showing images of like Mario throwing Cappy, and Mario's in the background, and Cappy's coming out of the screen.
That can't be happening on this. We can't look. Folks, if this is actually happening on here, this is a big deal. I want you to understand, if the technology they're discussing in this is actually real, not only have they managed to get 3D visuals to come out of an already existing product at such a minimal price. If they were capable of doing that, they have completely surpassed every other company on the market, period. They've surpassed Valve and Vive. They've surpassed Sony and Oculus. They've surpassed all the companies that have poured millions of dollars to make VR headsets and 3D headsets work the way they do right now.
Yeah, just think about this though, Shane. When you think about like VR headset games, they're programmed specifically with that technology in mind.
Absolutely.
Now, this unit's coming along after the Switch has been out for a year and a half now, a little bit over that, and it's supposedly compatible with the entire library of games. These games were not made with this tech in mind. So, like, there's no way that you could have things as specific as, oh, only Cappy's coming out at you, and these things in the background, there's this sort of level of depth to them.
100%.
It's one blanket technology for software that was not created for this.
Now, let's just say this. Let's say, for the sake of argument, that everything they've said is 100% accurate and they have created some kind of technology like this. Let's just say that's true, okay? Let's say that they actually have done this. They've done it at a cheaper price point than anyone else. Don't you think Nintendo might have been sharing that news out with everyone? Don't you think Nintendo might have been like, oh, this is amazing. You've done something with our already existing hardware. We have to get on board with this.
Yes.
Don't you think something like that would have happened? The fact that we haven't heard a single word from Nintendo about this is shocking. This company has raised $12,000, and they're likely going to raise a little bit more because they still have plenty of time in their Indiegogo.
Yeah, the campaign's still going.
If they are raising money using intellectual property from another company on their page, you're seeing Super Mario, you're seeing all that stuff.
Yeah, they actually mocked up an image of him wearing the headset.
Yeah, right? Like that stuff I don't believe they own. Look, and you know what, folks? We could be totally wrong. This could be a thing that Nintendo actually did. This could be something that Nintendo worked with. But everything that we've seen, absolutely every identifiable aspect, has not given us any cause for excitement. Based off of what Nintendo Life talked about, it doesn't really work, and it's just basically scamming some consumers who don't know any better, and that's a problem. It really is. If all they were saying was that it was just a weighted piece that you put in front of your face that basically makes the screen look like it's in a dark room, or makes it feel like it's a bigger
We've seen
experience.
that technology for years.
Yeah,
right?
and you know what? There would have been nothing wrong with that, because they're just saying they're making a Switch visor. Nothing wrong with that. The moment that they started talking about 3D, that's when you start to get into issues, because they're promising something that at this point in time, it doesn't look like they can prove they created.
And even though their messaging is passive 3D, the message still isn't getting across well enough. A lot of people are assuming that this unit is a VR headset still.
Yes.
Even though they have said that it's 3D.
Considering that the video they actually show on the Indiegogo page, that literally says NES Switch VR, which is wrong in and of itself, right?
That's really not good.
Yeah,
that's
because
really bad.
It's mixed messaging, it's mixed marketing, and that can cause a lot of problems. And look, the folks that are making NS glasses, if you're watching this video,
Exclim.
Think about this. Just think about this. Do you not believe the consumers that are going to be getting these things from Indiegogo are going to be furious? Because, folks, they're going to be angry. These guys and girls that are getting these systems, that are getting these visors, are going to bring them in, they're going to try them out, and maybe some of them are going to be impressed because they don't know any difference, and that's fine. But there's going to be a lot of them, because you did raise quite a bit of money there, that are going to be really angry about getting a product that doesn't work as promised. If that happens, there's going to be bigger issues down the line, I would have to assume. But look, folks, are we wrong? Do you think that this product is going to be 100% accurate?
There's just so much weirdness going on behind this project. Just scrolling through everything on their Indiegogo.
There really is. Let us know what you think in the comments below. And look, if anyone from Exclim is actually watching,
send it in!
Please. We want to be proven wrong. We really do, okay? Look, you've raised $12,000 on Indiegogo. You've done something pretty impressive. But everything that's been said, everything Nintendo Life told us about, seems to be showing that this isn't going to be a realistic device. So, look, let us know what you think. Contact us some way. Oh my God, I just can't.